Trump wants to physically conquer his neighboring countries just like the Roman Empire did and what Germany did in the Nazi era. Trump will build Fort Re. In German, Re means empire, or it can also be translated as the Trump administration wants Canada, Greenland, the Panama Canal, Mexico and the Gulf of Mexico. Then it will be renamed the Gulf of America. Will Trump make America the world's fourth favorite fort? What madness is America going to print money again by buying Greenland to build LA? Let's learn Trump's steps by looking briefly at the history of this world by one of the German historians, divided into three kingdoms. Great, who conquered the world with a conquest area of 1/3 of the globe with the nickname Ray, where the Third Ray is a term used to describe the Nazi regime in Germany, which was in power from 1933 to 1945. This term was used in Nazi propaganda. The first Ray was the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was founded by Romulus, then created a management that has survived for more than 1,000 years because it was carried out by establishing a democratic system of government. Namely, there were people's representatives, and the people's voice has survived to this day. Namely, there are senators in the Senate representing the people so that the king can hear the voice of the people. At that time, the king had the power to appoint senators, not like today where the people in the modern era elect the people's representatives in elections. Members of the Senate were appointed as nobles by the king. The Senate functioned as representatives of the people, advisors to the king and legislative coordinators in the course of the Roman Empire, turning into the Roman Republic and then back again into the Roman Empire until it was destroyed by the power of the Muslim army around the year 800. The Roman territory is now mapped as all of Europe, half of Persia, all of Turkey, Palestine, Egypt, all of North Africa to Morocco. A third of the world, or all of the rich areas in their time, were subject to the Roman Empire. The second is the Mongol Empire, where this kingdom was founded by Genghis Khan in around 126 and ruled until 1368. This Mongol Empire was the largest continental empire in world history. Its territory stretched from Asia Central to Central Europe to the Sea of Japan. In just 200 years, the Mongol Empire controlled a third of the world by conquering the Abbasid dynasty in Baghdad, destroying the progress of Muslim science, then conquering the Jin dynasty and Song dynasty in China, also conquering the kingdom Khwarezmian in Central Asia. In fact, if I'm honest, the Persian Empire and the British Empire in the Middle Ages should have been in the R category. Now let's go to Trump. Trump will unite the physical methods of Canada, Mexico, Greenland and the Panama Canal, where all this time to guard the borders of Mexico, America, Canada, America. The costs are very large, so uniting the three countries, this will increase the cost of the defense budget at the border. Then the two currencies, the Canadian dollar and the Mexican peso, will be combined and there will only be one currency, namely the American dollar, which will increase the strength of the dollar. Adding to Mexico's territory as an American state will increase the cultural richness of America, which will also increase the number of tourists and tourist attractions, which will certainly add to the workforce, or a new and cheap young workforce. Adding to Greenland, which is very strategically located, will increase the natural resources reserves of America's natural wealth to billions of barrels of petroleum and trillions of cubic meters of natural gas that Greenland has, which is very much the case. Will make America the first global superpower in the world. Adding the Panama Canal, America will dominate trade, dominate logistics, transportation and world energy. America's land area will be 6.3 billion square miles, or 241 million square kilometers, which is 1.5 or 1 times larger from Russia, or 2 times larger than China. The population would be more than 500 million people, making it a new country. America is the third most populous country in the world. America's new GDP will be more than $30 trillion, which is the number 1 richest country, with China being number 2. Its GDP level is still $20 trillion. America will decrease its debt presentation to itself. Because income will increase also because Mexico's exports abroad will become new American assets as well as Canada's exports, and within the country everything is tax-free, aka their respective productions which used to be subject to tariffs are now not, and this will immediately increase the wealth of the former Mexican and former American Canadian residents will have power extraordinary and will be difficult to beat and will be very powerful if all that happens. Well, if it's like this, how will Indonesia be at peace?